Hello, beautiful. Look at you. And here we are. We did it together. That's what we did. We did it together. I want to say thank you for being with me on another episode of A Dose of Nikki. You know, when this journey first began, you know it. I did not know where it was going to lead me. I have definitely grown, and I hope you have too. We learned a few things along the way, and that's what's most important, learning. I love the input and feedback I receive from listeners. They reach out and request topics to discuss. They give me feedback on how the episode impacted them. And that right there is warming in itself. And I thank you for that. You can't imagine just how that makes me feel. It's a confidence booster, and I welcome the words of encouragement and relatability. I really do. So with that comes a request to discuss aging and how we cope with loved ones, friends, and associates that are aging. And now we all are aging every day. It's how we age. A true tell of aging is a start of when people retire. Retirement. It does not matter what age you choose to retire. It's an act of silently saying enough is enough. I'm throwing in a towel and resting in the moment. That's what I see retirement as. Resting in the moment. And it doesn't mean that you never do any type of work again. It's just done differently. You might continue to work only part-time, and that's different, right? You might work in helping your family member take care of their children. Work, but differently. You might choose to consult instead of having the responsibility of managing. The issue is presented, you give the recommendation, you get paid, and boom, done deal, right? How the work gets done is on the client. You might choose to start your own business. And when people make that decision, you must meet them where they are. Who knows you best but you? You know how you have an expectation of someone else. You know how you have an expectation of someone else. Yeah, you do. You do. We all do. It's human nature to expect a result, an action from someone else. Simple. Your children, husband, wife, friend, or even coworker. You expect them to do something, behave in a certain way. And when they do not do it or are incapable of doing it, you feel a certain type of way. Why? Because you had a certain expectation of them. And this is when I say you have to meet people where they are. This approach will save you from disappointment and disagreements. So when a person starts to transition into that aging process of not being able to move as quickly as they used to, remember things the way they used to, cooking a meal the way they used to, being basically on their game or being sharp the way they used to. You have to meet them where they are. You don't think the person aging recognize their limitations now? Right. Yes, they do. They do. Some are in denial and want to hold on to the time they used to be a 35-year-old. But that time has passed and need to learn how to function their best in their, like, let's say 70s. It doesn't mean that they are useless. Oh, no, 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 no. They are valuable, my friend. They are valuable. Just need to know how to adjust and cope in the new you. Those of you who are around someone who is transitioning into a new phase of their lives, where we call upon patience, compassion, love, and Don't forget this one. Forgiveness. Yeah, because we know. Forgiveness. Yes. We talked about this. We talked about all of this already. And if you haven't, please go back to the previous episodes. They are all there talking to you about each one of those that I have mentioned. Patience, compassion, love, and forgiveness. Listen. Would it hurt to listen? Would it hurt to assist? Because we know as we age, the body has that moment of silently asking, what do you want me to do? What? You want me to stand up quickly? Wait a minute. Hold on. Give me a little time to rock out this bed for a minute. Let me just rock out of this bed, okay? Okay. We got it now. We up. I'm up and I'm running. Just need a little time to say to myself, do it now. Do it now. Even former athletes go through all that. They go through all that all the time. It's not aging in time, but their body is aging for them. You understand? They might be 35 years old, but their body is operating like a 60-year-old and require time. Meet people where they are. I was having a conversation with someone and was discussing managing, people. And you can explain a task for 5 people in a group, 5 people in a group, right? And 3 of them get it. 2 do not get it. What do? Are you going to get upset and write them up as the manager? No. You will meet them where they are and work with them in their own way of learning to bring them to the level of understanding. That's teamwork. No one should be left behind. It's just like when you walk in a group. There are a few that can walk at a fast pace, chatting it up, while there might be that one person who is unable to walk the same pace. What do? You leave them behind? You leave the person behind? Wait for them to arrive at the destination? Or could you meet them where they are and walk with them? It's a nice gesture. You offer the support and encouragement that they may need to reach the destination feeling good, not left out. Kindness and love is key. Let's not forget where we originated. We crawled before we walked, right? We crawled before we walked. So if someone is crawling and you are walking in life, it does not hurt to assist the crawler. So during our aging process, let's be patient with people. Let's even be patient with ourselves. Technology, for example, is second nature to the kids these days, right? You see them in the strollers, watching videos on the phones. You don't hear a peep from them. Their computer skill set is advanced from the jump. And those people that fall in the category of auntie and uncle nowadays may be a little slower at grasping or using the technology. They may be a little intimidated by it, actually. And what happens, the impatient support comes out of nowhere, snatches the device out of your hand and does it for you. Why? Because we, aunties and uncles, are too slow for their tolerance. Instead of showing us so we don't bother them next time, they do it for us. Yes, I appreciate that the work is done, but it does not help me. That's an opportunity to where we need to meet people where they are. That's an opportunity to meet people where they are. See, the impatient support became frustrated, expected us not to understand if they were to teach us, show us. So it was easier to just do it. 1, 2, 3, boom, done. I recently helped this auntie use her tablet to upload some documents. And she was amazed and very happy that she was able to do it independently. I was happy too. She told me, my son does not have patience for me. He would say, oh, Ma, this and that, give it to me. You can't do it, blah, blah, blah. Already setting her up to fail, basically, right? So I felt bad. He's not doing it intentionally to hurt his mom's feelings, but indirectly he was. So I said, unfortunately, he is uncomfortable with this situation. He knows his role is changing from you being his rock, protector, and teacher. You not being able to grasp or know how to do something that today is normalized, when in the past you would have taught your son, is now foreign to him. And he needs to learn how to what? Meet you where you are. It's a really simple act to do. We tend to resist and try to bully as an act of control to conform the situation to our satisfaction instead of just meeting people where they are. I try to implement this approach in my personal relationships. For example, I was trying to coordinate a dinner at a nice place for my son to celebrate his achievement, and it was not working out the way I wanted it to. It was like trying to fit a square into a hole made for a circle. In the end, I settled for an average, consistent place, no surprises. Why? Because it was what he wanted. Me finding this place with extravagant menu options would not have made him happy. Simple. It was simple. I met him where he was. At first, he did not even want to go anywhere. So getting him to go somewhere was a great feat. It's easy to meet people where they are. It's difficult to try to change them. On that note, I will close this podcast season with love, blessings, and well wishes as we transition into the new season. And as prep work, listen to the previous episodes. I ask you, hit that thumbs up button if you liked the video, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, on A Dose of Nikki, be well, my people.